Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working together step by step through each of the ABRSM Theory grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you go to sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets and you can download these in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series to help you. There's a page there with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also find out about the books that I have available. I've written an exam technique guide, how to take your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to make the best use of your time come exam day. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that would be really fab, and please do subscribe to my channel and please do share the vids. And now we're going to complete the paper B of the Grade 3 2018 Practice Papers booklet. So if you turn with me to page 10, we'll have a look at that together. And so all of these questions are referring to this little extract of music at the top. So have a crack at these of yourself first of all, and then we'll check through these answers together. So I'm hoping you've done that, and now we'll work through these answers together. So the first question tells us that the melody is in the key of C minor, and we're asked to name the degree of the scale of the first note of bar 5 here. So we can either just mark out a note C and count upwards, counting C as 1. Always remember the first degree of the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That marks it out as the 6th degree of the scale. If you want to just check that you've not gone wrong, what you can do is just sketch out all the steps of your scale here. Don't worry about the key signature and so on. That's all dealt with in the music. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we can see that here we have a note A, and A is the 6th degree of the scale, so you can double check it that way if you want to. Now we're asked to look at the time signature, and we need to decide if it's simple or compound, and is it duple, triple or quadruple, are there 2, 3 or 4 beats per bar. So let's have a look. So the bottom number will tell us whether we're in simple or compound time. We're counting 4 beats per bar, and each beat is a quarter note or a crotchet, and that divides into 2, which tells us that we are in simple time. So we're in simple time and there are 4 beats per bar. So we're in simple time and the timing is quadruple. There we go. So now we've just got a little bit of observation to do. How many pairs of tied notes occur in this melody? Be careful, you're looking for tied notes, don't get put off by slurs. A tied note joins next door note head of the same pitch to extend the note value. So we can see here is a tie, here is a tie, nothing here, there's a tie. Actually that's very helpful, there are no slurs there to confuse us, so that one wasn't too bad. Nice and simple there. So we've got 3 pairs we just counted. Now then, we've got to decide if this statement is true or false. Does the melody begin with the scale of C harmonic minor descending? So it looks like we've got a descending scale, and we've definitely got C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. However, is it harmonic minor? Now remember, the harmonic minor has the 7th degree of the scale raised. So this is the 8th, the C, the 7th is here. That should be raised. It's B flat at the moment, so there should be a natural sign raising that to make that the harmonic minor form. And so it's not the harmonic minor form. In actual fact, it's the melodic minor form, which comes down in the key signature alone with no alterations. There's a raised 7th here, but that's too late. This is not part of this descending scale pattern. So close, but not close enough. That's false. And now we're asked to mark out some phrases. So the first phrase has been marked with a bracket. We need to mark all phrases in the same way. Now the first point of call is to look at the maths of it, but then that won't necessarily always quite answer. So you do need to sort of do a bit of musical interpretation as well. So we're starting off and we've got almost 2 full bars, except from this rest which falls into no man's land. So we can see this next section is 2 full bars minus the rest. So that will answer exactly as we've just seen in the given example. So we can start with that. And now we need to look ahead into this next one. And so here we've got 2 full bars, but there's no rest, it just carries on. And musically speaking, there is no break. There's no break here. There's no musical break. It just keeps going. And so there's no reason why we can't decide that all of this is one phrase. So we've got 2 short phrases and 1 long phrase. So that still balances musically. And there's no other way that we can account for a break here. Just musically speaking, that wouldn't work. And so this whole section, ruler isn't going to be long enough, needs to be all in one phrase. I think I've gone a bit off there. I'll just adjust my little bit at the end. There we go. So there we have 2 short phrases, 1 long phrase. That would be the answer there. And now we have this last little section to do. We get 10 marks for this, so give it your full attention here. We're asked to write out the melody from the beginning of bar 5. Be careful here, it's not from the beginning of the melody, but from the beginning of bar 5 to the end. And we've got to make everything twice the value. We've got to change the time signature as well to reflect that. And then we're going to have to change the way that we beam things to reflect this new time signature. Now we've already done a bit of thinking for that. We know that there are 4 beats in a bar and each beat is a quarter note or a crotchet. And so we change that, and here we're going to have 4 beats in a bar, and to double it, each beat is a minim or a half note. And so our time signature to show this is 4/2, 4 minims or 4 half notes per bar. And now I'm just going to map out the music, just get all the nuts and bolts in the right place. And if you deal with things one little aspect at a time, you're not going to get something wrong by trying to do too much in one go. I keep everything aligned with there so I don't get lost. So I'm going to keep it, in fact I think I'll just squish that up a little bit. It's going to be quite a busy bar. And so the way we're going to double everything is we remove the stem, that will become a whole note or a semi-breve. Remove a beam, so we'll have quaver crotchet rather than semi-quavers quaver. Remove that, that will become a semi-breve or a whole note. Remove a beam, remove a beam, remove the beam, remove the beam, remove the beam, remove the stem, and then this rest we move up. So instead of being a minim or a half note rest, it becomes a semi-breve rest or a whole note rest. So we've done the thinking now. So we know we're still going to be colouring note heads in or not. And then the stems will show the changes. So I'm just going to now get the blobs in the right place, because I've got plenty to be thinking of without worrying about stems and so on just yet. And this way I'm not going to get lost, and I know I'm not going to run out of space or end up too squished and messy. You can do this in any order you like. This is just my order of choice. I can't take too much on in my little brain. So I'm just going to get the blobs in place. Very technical term there, blobs. The note heads, I should say. Nearly there. A bit of a squish there. Just about done that. And then I might as well put the rest straight away. So, The stems, when we need them, are going to be the same way. We've not changed the pitch, we're just changing the timing. So this one won't need a stem at all to double it to a whole note or a semi-breve. These two will be joined by one beam to make them quavers or eighth notes. But this one, we've lost the beam, that's become a crotchet. Same scenario here. No stem required. These become quavers or eighth notes, that becomes a crotchet or a quarter note. So do these. Because we've done the thinking already, this bit's just a matter of double checking and being careful what we copy. So that just needs one little tail on it. So these are becoming crotchets. These are becoming quavers, so just one beam. Now the stems have gone the other way. These are all going to be joined together by one beam because these are now quavers or eighth notes. No stem required here, and we've already dealt with the rest. So, quick check through, and let's just make sure that looks like 4 minim beats for half notes per bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we know that that's correct. We've checked the maths, and that's job done. That's the end of that question, and that's also the end of that paper. I do hope this is helpful to you. I hope it's helping you with your studies. I also hope that you're enjoying getting to grips with this subject. I'm certainly enjoying working through it with you. If you can give me a like, that would be really great. And please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. Please also do share these videos out. And also please have a look around my website. Go to sharonbill.com and have a browse around all of the resource and information that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.